How you do not make a noir 101. Hello my beautiful geekies and welcome to my review of Manhattan Night, written and directed by Brian the Cubulus. It stars Yvonne Strahovski, Adrian Brody, Stephen Breckhoff, Campbell Scott and Jennifer Beals, and this is about a very acclaimed and famous news reporter who stumbles upon this gorgeous woman who has recently been widowed, and she asks him to investigate how and why her husband got murdered. She truly believes that her husband was murdered, so she hands the reporter some memory cards from a camera that her husband used because he was a filmmaker and he liked to film random stuff, especially at night. A mafia boss has also recently purchased the newspaper to which the news reporter works for, and so we get this whole intrigue about who killed the husband of this gorgeous woman played by Yvonne Strahovski, and what does this mafia boss want with the newspaper. I really enjoyed the trailer for this movie. You have this whole noir feeling, this whole noir look to the movie. You have this investigator, he's going to try and find out the truth about these happenings. You also have this woman who is clearly not what she seems to be. And so you immediately get engaged in what is going on. And that lasts for about 20 minutes of this movie, because this movie is boring as hell. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I have no problem with slow movies. Some movies earn that. This movie doesn't. This movie, you watch it, clearly wants to be a noir movie. It is not. There is no sophistication. There is no beauty in the story or in the direction of the movie. The performances are fine at best, and the script doesn't allow anything for you to enjoy and to intrigue yourself with. There's a twist at the end of this movie, and you're spending the whole movie knowing what is coming, and you keep asking yourself, this is going to be the twist, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Guess what? At the end it is. So if you're asking yourself the same question that I asked myself as I was watching this movie, don't worry, it will be that. It is a very weak plot with no substance to it. This movie goes through the motions like nothing major is going on, like this is not an interesting investigation, there are no stakes, and really there aren't. You get by the end of this movie, nothing really that big changed. I mean, the biggest character development you get is for the mafia boss played by Stephen Breckhoff. Adrian Brody and Yvonne Strahovski are good in the movie, but there just isn't any meat to anything. If the movie just had tried to have something unique to it, maybe it wouldn't be so boring or so bland, because this movie tastes like nothing. There are many other movies so much more interesting than this out there. Again, from the script and the direction, nothing really stands out. The protagonist is boring because there's nothing really interesting to him beyond the first scene you see him at. And when you see him investigating and being engaged in this, it is interesting, but those are small scenes and small parts of the movie. The femme fatale is not fatale at all. As I told you before, this movie really wants to be a noir, but it just isn't, guys. It is bland, it is boring, there's nothing to it. The ending is overwhelming, and the movie wasn't all that much to begin with, and because of that, I have got to give Manhattan Night a Clark Gable. What did you think of Manhattan Night? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Did you read the original book written by Colin Harrison named Manhattan Nocturne, which is a much better name, by the way? Guys, if you don't know yet, it is now your turn to tell me which September movie should have the next Q&A dedicated to it. Hashtag name of a movie coming out in September, Q&A in the comments below. The movie to get the biggest number of votes will have a Q&A dedicated to it. And speaking of Q&As, I had my Suicide Squad Q&A upload this past weekend, as well as my early review for Pete's Dragon. No spoilers there, of course. And yesterday I uploaded my review for The Shallows. I hope you go check them out, and all my reviews for Suicide Squad, non-spoilers, spoilers, the Q&A. Go also check out the review for Pete's Dragon if you want to know if you should go see it in the theaters. And of course there are many other reviews and special videos coming this week and beyond that to the Geekness Overload channel, so I'll see you all on those. Cheers!